Hi friends. So today's coding challenge is to find that the string is made of unique letters. So when I say it's unique, for example, it's Sony, so there should be non-repeating character. Like in Benny, there are two N. So we need to check in the given string if the words are not getting repeated. So first solution with what we can do is we can just solve it through the brute force, which means like all the strings are essentially, the characters array. So we will try to iterate over it. So first we will iterate from the 0 to length, actually length minus 1. So that would be the max of that. And then second thing is what we do is when we try to get it from the inner loop j, we would tell it to go from I. So it would be like j would be equal to I. Like, so the first character we are leaving, and then this would again go till this point. So j should be less than this, and then we have to increment j. Now what we would do here is there is a character at. So we will get the character of I, and then we would compare it with the inner loop character. So we are brute forcing like all characters with the very first character. So its value is 0. So actually this should be 1, like whatever is the value plus 1, that would be. So the next character after that, if it is same as the the first character, which means this thing is getting repeated, so we will return false, else it would be true. So let's see if our solution works. Like we do test driven development, so everything, so cool, test comes first. So there could be other solution as well, because the complexity of this is n square, and we want something more reasonable. So we can implement this same thing by a different method. So what we would do is instead of taking the inner loop, we can create a set, and then we can make a set of characters. We can just tell it as set, and we can take a new hash set. That's it. We can also initialize with the value if we want. So its size, basically string dot size, probably string dot s dot, wait a minute, s dot length, correct? So this should come here. Okay, apparently that constructor is not supporting, and what we can do is we can call it as set. So if this is set, now everything is all set. Cool. So we will iterate it over it, and then similarly what we'll do is we will try to retrieve the value from the set. So it will be set dot contains, and then whatever is the string dot character at this point. If this guy is there, which means it is repeating and it's not unique, so we have to return false, which means this is getting repeated. Why is it crying here? So you have a for loop, and you have to have a if, correct? Now, okay, cool. But if this does not contain here, so we will try to put that in the set. So this way we will make sure that whatever is the character we are iterating, we keep saving it, and then it should not occur next time. So let's see, like our test cases still pass, and it does. So let's try to implement it in some other way also, without using these supporting test. like the set supporting data structure, which could be a follow-up question. So there is one more way of doing this. So what we'll do here is we can use a substring. So what we'll do is, if we will have set dot like the string dot substring, and then I plus 1 will be our value. This will be the substring, and dot index of, if we are able to find the character at whatever is at the ith element, if this character is somehow present in the remaining the remaining substring, then this should be false. So why is it incompatible? Okay, so we have to make it as -1. So there we go. And then we might make it as -2. Okay, so let's run this, and let's see where we get the error. Okay, so basically this should be not 1, because if it don't find it, then it says -1, else +1. So this solution is cool. There is another way, of like, it's the ASCII way basically of doing things. So each character has a respective ASCII value. So what we are going to do here is we might create a Boolean array, and we can say it as used, and we can, when we make it, we can make it as 256 to begin with, and then we would see if each character is part of that, like if it was used before. So so how you do it is, you have a int character is equal to string dot character at I. So this will give you the integer value, and then if you say that this value is used, like if it is there, you have to return false. If it wasn't used before, then you might need to populate that value. So you would say used, the value for character is equal to true. So basically, next time when it loops over, it can find that the value has been used. So these are the 4 solutions, and you can check out my GitHub and try to figure it out. Let's see what's going wrong here. So this is the copy paste error. Basically it should be -1, because in last we were using +1 already, and we do not want to jump, so we did the -1. So as soon as we do this, and everything is green. So we solve this first problem of the unique problem of hacking the code interview with 4 different solutions. So if you have better solution, please share with me. Thanks. My name is ASCII.